All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your boy E here, obviously your most beloved host in the entire world. Just to kind of reflect on what we talked about, we had my boy Nelson from the GSMC Basketball Podcast and my boy Christopher from GSMC Fantasy Sports. So make sure you check out their shows. They're absolutely talented at what they do. They're good guys, and I love them 110%. But we're gonna move on to our Thursday night wrestling review. Let's go ahead and dive into Ring of Honor Club of May 30th. Ring of Honor Club 66. It was pretty good. It was pretty awesome. You saw the Ring of Honor World Women's Championship Proving Ground match. You saw Athena defeat Viva Van via pinfall. And this was no really surprise. Like, you have Athena that's totally just absolutely just sick with it. You can't really beat her right now. I think, what was it? I think she's at 538 days. Don't quote me on that. 538-day reign as a Ring of Honor World Women's Champion, which is absolutely impressive. 110%. And the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship Proving Ground match, Undisputed Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett defeated Nick Camarado and Jacoby Watts via pinfall, which is kind of sad. I'm waiting for a team to ultimately be good enough to defeat the Undisputed Kingdom, but right now they're kind of, they're kind of this entity. You can't really beat them right now. Obviously, you saw Roderick Strong lose his AEW International Championship to Will Ospreay in Double or Nothing on Sunday. Adam Cole recently came back, but he was confronted by MJF, so I think they're going to kind of hinting at like a feud between them. So you have the only guys with gold right now. The only guys with gold kind of holding on to it is the Undisputed Kingdom. Should be pretty interesting. Should be pretty awesome. These guys are talented as hell. I'm not taking that away from them. I'm not saying that they do not deserve these belts, because they do. Although sometimes, they bend the rules a little bit. But, nevertheless. So, it's kind of crazy. I'm interested to find out who will take on the Undisputed Kingdom, heading forward to Supercard. And then we have Serpentico defeating Brady Roberts. We saw Red Velvet defeat Kel via pinfall tornado kick. That sounds pretty badass. Billy Starks appeared after the match and attacked Velvet from behind before stomping her down. Velvet tried to fight back, but Starks, caught her. Billy Starks she's crazy. I know Red Velvet and kind of Clean Aminata, are kind of they created this union to kind of take on these Billy Starks, and you have Athena right now. So I don't know. It should be interesting to see kind of how this unfolds. We saw Zach Knight defeat Sebastian Wolf in a three-way match. We saw Lee Johnson defeat Aaron Solo and Action Andretti. We saw Premier Athletes Tony Nese, Ari Davari, Matt Sterling, and Josh Woods defeat Bollywood Boys via pinfall. Top Flight defeated the Workhorsemen, so I was kind of surprised by that. But I don't know, because Top Flight recently has, they're not losers. So I'm not gonna be like these guys are losers, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, they haven't really built up that momentum. It seems like whenever they do, something bad happens where they lose, and because they've already, I believe they've already challenged the Undisputed Kingdom. But yeah, moving on to TNA Impact Wrestling. I know we are, in terms of segments and in terms of the whole show, we were kind of running a little short of time. So let's kind of get through this. We have Chris Bay, who defeated Ace Austin. I love Ace Austin. He recently fought Mustafa Ali for the X Division Championship. Couldn't win, couldn't prevail. So I don't know. It seems like Austin, I feel like it kind of sucks because you don't want to see ABC kind of break up, but I think it's kind of inevitable at this moment. We saw Zaya Brookside defeat Steph De Lander. Steph De Lander she fought Jordan Grace, and she kind of had this feud with her with PCO and Khan and Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts champion. The distraction by PCO ringside allowed Zaya Brookside, so that makes a lot of sense. Kind of building up to that. He tried to apologize to Steph, preserving her with the gift, but Steph De Lander was like, "Bro, you just cost me my match, man. Get away from me, get away!" Like, you know what I mean? Like, people be emotional, sometimes, just kidding. But yeah, and then also kind of touching on it again. You saw Jordan Grace of the TNA Impact's Knockouts World Champion make an appearance at WWE NXT. It was very jaw dropping. It was badass. So yeah, it was cool. The Laredo Kid approached AJ Francis and Nick Swan, who congratulated him that he will be defending his digital media championship next week. Kid asked why they would do that. Francis slams him against the garage door, basically kind of hinting at kind of like a feud for them. So yeah, we saw Jonathan Grisham defeat Sammy Callahan. Jonathan Grisham is kind of has this new kind of persona. So I don't know, it should be pretty interesting to kind of find out, especially heading toward Against All Odds. And next we saw Mike Santana against Steve Macklin. It was a no contest. You saw the Rascals arrive to attack Macklin and Santana, which ended the match. It was a no contest. And the X Division champion Mustafa Ali defeated Leon Slater in a non-title match. It was kind of crazy because I don't think there's anybody right now who kind of has the in-ring capabilities, the aerial attack, and the surprise power. I don't know. It's so crazy how Mustafa Ali is able to kind of be this tactical wrestler, kind of have submissions and stuff like that. So he's definitely, he's like a utility man in terms of professional wrestling. The man could do it all. Like, and then once again he was on WWE, part of 205 Live, and definitely someone that Paul Levesque is keeping his eye on, especially if these guys merge and continue to have crossovers and collaborations. It would be kind of cool to kind of see Mustafa Ali back into a WWE ring. But although Leon Slater did lose the match, he's still a very young, promising athlete. Definitely the sky's the limit for that guy. So yeah. Joe Hendry with the Nemeth Brothers defeated Eddie Edwards with the system. Kind of, Moose. You have the system. This is gonna be badass. I don't know who will essentially challenge for the championship against Moose. My pick is probably gonna be Ryan Nemeth. I feel like Ryan Nemeth is going to try to do it to, honor his brother. Nick Nemeth is currently injured. I don't know if he's been, approved yet by the TNA training staff to, perform in ring procedures and, matches and stuff like that. So, obviously, if I get more news with that, we can talk about it when that arrives. So, hey, guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to jump into our fourth segment. We're going to talk about Eric's Tag Team World Cup. On our last podcast, we talked about Bracket 1, and now I'm going to give you guys Bracket 2. So, hey, don't go anywhere.